Greetings fans, hyperfans, and people just lost looking for videos of cats on YouTube. As most other Transformers reviewers are getting their hands on Earthrise stuff and are making some comments about how characters are getting smaller and smaller, today we take a look at a character that we are only getting because Hasbro are doing tiny Transformers, and that is Transformers Siege War for Cybertron RUNG. Now, this is a character who made his first and so far only appearance in the IDW comics More Than Meets the Eye and later Lost Light. He is a creation of the writer James Roberts. He has a peculiar alt mode in the series, and there is absolutely no reason Hasbro would ever have done a toy of him other than the fact that they have created this new size class of BattleMasters, which are tiny robots that turn into guns in the same way the 80s and 90s toys gave us Target Masters, although these are called Battle Masters because we're also getting some melee weapons, some new characters like RUNG here, but mainly it is a way to give us some of those retro characters again. Now, all of the Transformers Siege line have been making very heavy use of having Cybertronian lettering on the packaging, and you may notice another non-English text on this packaging. Yes, Japanese. Because the other thing I really want to say about this toy line is it's so hard to get over here. Hasbro have been pretty dire on their distribution for the last few years, and these weenie figures just have not been making it to the shops. They've actually, as I speak, some people are finding them in discount high street shops at a very reasonable price. But with a fan favourite character like RUNG, I had to hit eBay and get him sent over all the way from Japan. So what I want to now know, and I guess if you're watching this video you want to know too, is he worth it? Retail of this is supposed to be £6 in the UK. I ended up paying double that including postage. That doesn't make him any bigger. So let's see what we actually get. The card itself is very nice. You've got a nice picture of Ring up there. On the back, description of his transformation, which is 4 steps. He does come with a fire blast effect, which is something that they only did for this one toy series. Text in Japanese, which is... yep, it's just a sticker over the Canadian wrapping. So, with Japanese not being one of those languages that I speak, let's get into him. No way of saving the card. So the first thing I noticed taking him out of the box is that he is absolutely tiny, even compared with the Prime Master figures. Certainly, if I put him next to Masterpiece Frenzy, and if I bring in Grunt, who is Weaponizer figure, you'll see he really is tidgy. They do include an instruction sheet. It's duotone with a Japanese sticker on it, and yeah, there you have his transformation. If you're not sure that you can understand the instructions, I will go through it for you. Stick his legs together, straighten his body out, and peg his arms in. There you go. The effects blast pieces plug under his feet. They're actually quite nice. They're sort of, how would you describe that? It's got a thunderbolt wrapped round, so it's definitely sort of an electric pulse of some sort. And he's a stick. He is a sonic screwdriver, he's a stick, he is something for hitting drunk robots over the head with. He is bright orange, he is, well, exactly what you'd expect from him, being this peculiar character from More Than Meets the Eye. Articulation on him is pretty standard. The arms are on a ball joint. There is no head articulation. The legs are on a ball joint at the waist. He does have a waist turn. It's interesting. He doesn't have a knee. I thought that there would be a knee bend, but nope. If I bring him in super close, you can see he actually has a relatively large amount of paint detailing for a toy this size. The head indent, the face, the eyes, these chest stripes, they're all quite well printed. That's 4 colour printing onto a bot that small. Might have liked something just on sort of that jewel piece at the back, so it's not just a bar of orange. But you know, it does the job. Yeah, there's absolutely no point in using the waist to make that any more interesting. It's got a 5mm port there, so if I bring Brunt in, you can peg him on. You can hold it in some of the hands. Brunt, yeah, just no, not quite. Brunt has these pincer things that are just a little bit too shallow to hold that. But if I take the effects parts, they will fit into 5mm ports, and they will fit onto the Weapon Master nubs in existing figures. So, do you want to spend £12 on RUNG, the ship psychiatrist from More Than Meets the Eye? Well, if you read the comic, and the people that do tend to be immense fans of it, then, you know, you will have people spending £12 because they love the character. Do you want to spend £12 to get a particular weaponizer for your team? Probably not. If you are in any country that's got decent distribution, always check the pegs for this guy, because if you don't want him yourself, then there are plenty of us poor people in Brexit land who could do with one of these shipped over. And who knows, maybe we will end up with B&M or Pound World or somewhere absolutely flooded with these figures. As it is, I am not regretting my purchase because A, I like the figure, B, I do have a More Than Meets the Eye shelf, and C, it means I got to show him off to you all. If I wasn't doing the videos, if I wasn't having a More Than Meets the Eye shelf, including my custom getaway, I'd probably feel a little bit salty at having parted with £12 with him. But as always, your mileage may vary. I'm here to tell you what I think of the figure, and ultimately the decision is up to you. If you have found this review at all helpful, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and if you want to see the next video, please make sure you hit that notification bell. And until next time, if you're keeping the mint in package, you're not a toy collector, you're a box collector. And just a little addendum, because I hadn't seen anybody do this before. Yes, Swerve can wield RUNG like he did in the episode where he used it to knock somebody out with.